Hello Heartsborn, Miss Burbage here. Today I'm going to talk to you about a David Walliams book that I've been reading. So this book is called Mr. Stink. So I was very intrigued to read David Walliams' book because I feel that he is a very up and coming popular author. His books are very entertaining, very humorous. He does use a lot of grotesque humour in his books, but he wonderfully captures the ideas of identity and courage in his stories. I think it's very easy for children to make a connection with his stories, and there is definitely like a heartwarming appeal to his books. I think he does cover a lot of life lessons as well, such as friendships, relationships, and more serious experiences that children would come across, such as dysfunctional families and kind of questionable topics, which I think it provokes lots of interesting discussions. So today I'm going to read you just the beginning of the story. I'm quite assured that lots of you have read the story already, and I would definitely recommend you read it. But I would find that it would be a little bit more suitable to the older kind of age group, maybe year 3 and upwards, really. So Mr. Stink. Okay, so the first chapter is called Scratch and Sniff. Mr. Stink stank. He also stunk. And if it is correct English to say he stinked, and then he stinked as well. He was the stinkiest stinker who ever lived. A stink is the worst type of smell. A stink is worse than a stench, and a stench is worse than a pong, and a pong is worse than a whiff, and a whiff can be enough to make your nose wrinkle. It wasn't Mr. Stink's fault that he stank. He was a tramp after all. He didn't have a home, and so he never had the opportunity to have a proper wash like you and me. After a while, the smell just got worse and worse, and here's a picture of Mr. Stink. So he wonderfully captures the character of Mr. Stink. He is quite a snappy dresser in his bow tie and tweed jacket, isn't he? But don't be fooled. The illustration doesn't do justice to the smell. This could be a scratch and sniff book, but the smell would be so bad that you would have to put it in the bin and then bury the bin. Very deep underground. That's his little black dog with him, the Duchess. And the Duchess wasn't any particular breed of dog. She was just a dog. And she smelled too, but not as bad as Mr. Stink. Nothing in the world really smelled as bad as him, except his beard. His beard was full of old bits of egg and sausage and cheese that had fallen out of his mouth years before. It had never ever been shampooed, so it had its own special stink, even worse than his main one. So that was only the first couple of pages of the book, and already I think he does a really good job of depicting the stench that Mr. Stink obviously has. But I definitely recommend you guys read it, give it a go, and I hope you enjoy it and get lots of giggles that I certainly did.